If you've been trying out my 5-week home organizing challenge, I wanted to provide you with some extra tips for week 1. Hi friends, this is Vicki with The Groomed Home. Welcome to my channel. Let's dive into those home organizing tips. Week 1, task 1 is to make the bed every single day. And I'd really encourage you to do this all the way through the 5-week challenge if you're doing each week. This might seem like an odd tip for home organizing, but really it's very important. Making the bed every day sets an intention. It sets an intention for the rest of your day. It kind of sends a message to your own mind that you care about yourself. You care about the things you own that support you. Such a nourishing act. I really encourage you to try it out. And when you're making the bed, try to be very mindful in the present moment, not distracted thinking about what's next, but truly making the bed. You don't even have to have fancy bedding. I don't. You just want to give it some attention, smoothing out the covers, making it look like it truly is a made bed that will be a joy to see every time you walk back into the room. One of the things I like to do when I'm making the bed is to have a genuine sense of gratitude. Not everyone gets to sleep in a bed or have a safe place to lay their head at night, so this is truly something to be grateful for, and it's a really neat start to your day. So again, try it out for the next week. Try it for 5 weeks. See what kind of a difference it makes for your life. Task 2 in week 1 of the 5-week challenge is to do the obvious. I heard this phrase in the book Decluttering at the Speed of Life, and I think it's great. You could just set a timer every day for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes if that's all you have, and just quickly do the obvious things to declutter your home. That means tossing trash into the waste bins, taking the recycling to wherever the recycling belongs, shred stuff if you need to shred stuff, but definitely put things away. So if the dishes are done, put them away. If the laundry is done, put the laundry away. If you just have dirty clothes laying around or clothes that you want to rehang, do that. If you have papers that are laying around, we're going to talk about paperwork in Task 5, do something other than letting it just mess up your surfaces, because once you have a little bit of clutter here and a little bit of clutter there, it will just draw more clutter to it. When you tidy things up every single day, you are showing that you care. You care about your belongings, you care about yourself and the other people who live in the space. So do the obvious, do it every day. Task 3 can be done just one time during the first week of the 5-week challenge, or you could try doing it every single day. Simply create a donation box or bag, or more if you need more. Then go through your home, one room at a time. Simply find something you no longer need, use, or want, and put it in the donation bin. Give it a try, see what kind of momentum it creates for your decluttering. Task 4 is a fun one. You're just going to head over to your fridge and start decluttering it. My favorite thing to do is to pull everything out of the refrigerator, then start my decluttering process, and then put everything back in a slightly more organized way than it might have been when I pulled it out. But it's okay if you don't quite have the extra time to do that and you just want to get the decluttering done, and maybe you don't even have the counter space to pull everything out. Just do it in one section at a time. As you can see on the task for the week, I just recommend going through, finding all the empty things or almost empty things. If you can consolidate containers, that's always a great thing to save space. Obviously, any spoiled foods, things that are expired that you know you will not use. And of course, use up what you have. If you know something needs to be eaten in the next few days, really make it a priority to consume that before it goes bad. When I did this recently in my home, it took me about 15 minutes and another 5 to 10 minutes to reorganize when you put everything back. It was amazing the amount of space I reclaimed in my refrigerator. I didn't think that was going to be possible. So give it a try, see what you think. Task 5 I'm calling Tame the Paper, and you know what I'm talking about, all that paperwork that ends up finding its way into your home and making a mess everywhere. Now this is a pretty involved topic, but here we're going to have just a few tips to get you through the challenge. And then below in the description, I will link to an article that I wrote on my website to give you some more in-depth instructions on how to get your paperwork under control. But these quick tips should make a big difference in your day-to-day household paperwork management. The first is simply to just toss it fast. Don't let junk mail into your home. If you know there are some coupons that you want to use and you really will use them, take the time to clip those out, but then get that junk mail out of your house as fast as possible. If there are things you want to shred, for example, that have your address on them, take care of that right away as well. Then toss the rest into the recycle bin. You would want to deal with any urgent stuff, so if you know something needs immediate attention, don't let it get buried with other paperwork. Go ahead and put it right next to your desk, your computer, wherever it is that you would normally handle with things that have more pressing need. All of your other paperwork can go into the inbox. As you can see on the screen, I strongly recommend you only have one inbox and keep it in a place that's convenient to you. Put a reminder in your calendar to go through that inbox weekly. That way, no matter where your inbox is located, you'll have the prompt to remind you to go through it. I hope these extra tips for week 1 of the 5-week home organizing challenge were helpful. Looking forward to seeing you again for week 2. Take care for now. Bye.